What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Maverick Raven coming at you with another one. And I gotta be honest, you guys. I know I'm gonna upset a lot of people that are conservative here, but Joe Biden, unfortunately, he's the president of the United States. He is refusing to testify in the GOP impeachment inquiry, and I'm gonna upset people because of my opinions. So we'll see. And I'm probably gonna upset a lot of conservatives, even though I'm a diehard conservative. But we'll see how it goes. Before we get into this article, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good social media stuff. Join the flock. The water's warm, and we'd love to have you. And I really appreciate anything you guys can do for us. So, what does this mean? Well, he turns down the invitation to testify. This is from the Epic Times. It says Joe Biden will not be testifying to U.S. House of Representatives members who are engaged in an impeachment inquiry against him, the White House said on April 15th. Richard Sauber, special counsel to the president, told House Oversight Chairman James Comer that the president would not testify in the partisan charade. Your committee's purported impeachment inquiry has succeeded only in turning up abundant evidence that, in fact, the president has done nothing wrong, Mr. Sauber said in a letter to Mr. Comer. Mind you, they can say whatever they want, because luckily, for him anyways, he doesn't have to defend himself. And if it went to the Senate, it would just peter out and go nowhere, because it's a Democrat Senate, unfortunately. Your insistence on peddling these false and unsupported allegations, despite ample evidence to the contrary, makes one thing about your investigation abundantly clear: the facts do not matter to you. He added, "Yeah. All right, the big guy doesn't want to, testify against him. If he testifies, he's testifying against himself. So why would he do that? You know what I'm saying?" My opinion on that is that why should he do it? He benefits nothing from testifying, so of course he's not going to do it until he absolutely has to. Republicans in their investigation have found that millions of dollars flowed from businesses and individuals, including foreigners, to members of the Biden family while President Biden was vice president. They've also identified payments from Hunter Biden's businesses to the president and from the president's brother to him, as well as emails between President Biden and an associate of Hunter Biden. Several witnesses, meanwhile, testified that President Biden would get on the phone with Hunter Biden's associates and that he attended multiple meals with them. But this is the abundant evidence that has proven, that this is a farce. Get out of here with this shit, bro. Just admit it. You don't want to testify because you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. I understand. Everybody understands. You're trying to protect yourself. I totally get it. You're still a piece of shit. Gigantic piece of shit. President Biden and the White House have maintained that he was not involved with the business undertaken by his son and brother. Mr. Comer wrote to the president in March saying the evidence wholly contradicts your position. It's true. In light of the yawning gap between your public statements and the evidence assembled by the committee, as well as the White House's obstruction, it is in the best interest of the American people for you to answer questions from members of Congress directly, and I hereby invite you to do so, Mr. Comer wrote at the time. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree in the Biden family. Like his son, Hunter Biden, President Biden is refusing to testify in public about the Biden's corrupt influence peddling, Mr. Comer said Monday. Good for him. This comes as no surprise since President Biden continues to lie about his relationships with his son's business partners, even denying they exist when his son said under oath during a deposition that they did. He said, "It is unfortunate President Biden is unwilling to answer questions before the American people and refuses to answer the very simple, straightforward questions we included in the invitation. Why is it so difficult for the White House to answer these questions? The American people deserve transparency from Biden, not more lies." They're going to give you more lies because if not, you'll impeach him and it'll look even worse than he looks, even though he looks awful. It's not clear whether lawmakers are considering subpoenaing the president, and the White House did not respond when asked whether the president will comply with a subpoena. Imagine that, him not complying with a subpoena. It's almost like him not complying with the Supreme Court. He's done it before. He'll do it again, dude. This guy does not care. Do something to him. Do something to him. Get him impeached. Put him on the record, dude. If you can. If he refuses to go on the record, get him as much as you can for that. This is wrong that Biden's getting away with all this crap, you guys. Mr. Comer and other members have said they want answers to questions, including those about the source of the money for the payment from his brother. They're also wondering whether President Biden ever interacted with Hunter Biden's associates, such as Chinese businessman Jonathan Lee. Yi Jiangming, and Henry Zhao. Lawmakers also want more details about the work done by Eric Schuerin, one of the associates. I apologize if I butcher that. Of President Biden. Mr. Schuerin told lawmakers that he often met with President Biden and provided him with free services, including tax preparation. This is crazy. Lawmakers have yet to outline the next steps in the inquiry. The November election is looming, and if President Biden loses his re-election bid, he would exit the presidency regardless in January 2025. No kidding. Mr. Sauber, the special advisor to the president, is leaving the White House early next month. He was brought on in 2022 to oversee the White House's response to congressional investigations as Democrats braced to lose their majorities on Capitol Hill that year. So there you have it, you guys. You want to talk about a two-tier justice system? You want to talk about some justice for some, and complete rampant corruption for others and getting away with it? Leftists, there's really no justifying this. And don't say, oh, but President Trump. We're not talking about Trump. That but Trump shit gets real old. Anyways, you guys, please do the social media thing. For now, you guys, stay safe and stay based.